Welcome back to the Magged Up Podcast. This is actually a section of our full recorded podcast. You can find that on Patreon with our bonus episode, High Capacity. If you choose to support, that's fantastic. We love it. If not, enjoy this episode.
What are the lemur people are, and they're like 9 feet tall for some reason.
Oh, they're actually like people.
Yeah, and they come.
I'll
All right, guys, we're going to talk about how the government is always against you and how they're so against us that they're going to turn off the money. And we're probably going to get banned off YouTube for this. Big W for conspiracy talk. Woo!
What was you showing up? What were you pulling up?
Oh, I brought some conspiracy for Keegan.
I was going to talk about my.
All right.
we've got conspiracy at home.
I was going to talk about my content role models real quick.
Only Keegan talks about conspiracy, and this is conspiracy podcast.
You don't want to contribute?
You did what I did and blew off my whole statement.
Whatever that guy said. My content role models. We got Will Neff as a streamer.
NF?
I think Will Neff is like the coolest. Will Neff, not NF. I hate NF.
Okay.
Will Neff. He's just awesome. I like Will Neff. And I'm big on Wendigoon right now. Big on conspiracy. Big on Supernatural. And me and Shane have always been big. Like, if any of you guys watched our streams, we pretty much played Backrooms and Phasmophobia religiously for like the first month, maybe 2 months.
Demonologist.
Now we've played some Demonologist.
That's a fun game.
Yeah. And I've done my own deep dives into the Backrooms. I really enjoy that kind of content. So I just think I think it's in my wheelhouse, you know? As well as, have you guys ever seen the videos of the guys who will go fishing at a remote island? And they'll go camping for like 2 days, can only eat what they catch. They'll just like take a boat out to a remote island in Australia, spearfish for dinner. You've never watched those?
No.
Dude, I used to watch the heck out of it. Like 3 a.m. I'd watch that. Or like primitive builds, you know those?
Dude, we're gonna blow up. When we do our camping podcast, we're gonna blow up, dude. And by the way,
probably gonna be there, guys.
Yeah.
Probably we'll find Bigfoot. So
The Bigfoot.
or the
One of them.
or the skunk ape.
Skinwalkers.
Well, no, probably Bigfoot or the skunk ape. If we find skinwalkers, don't watch our podcast anymore because it's not us.
Yeah.
It won't be us, and
No,
it'll probably
just,
be better. The
the
production
next-
value will go way up, and we'll be funny.
The
You'll
next
start inviting your viewers to the podcast.
Yeah, take their skin.
the next podcast is just gonna be us, like pale skin, wide eyes.
You can see the bones sticking out of the corners of our eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
What do you got for conspiracy content? I want to see this.
All right, so basically, I'm gonna show you. You probably seen this, obviously, and then we'll chat about it.
Okay,
we'll
I'll give
review
you. I'll tell you what's right and wrong about it because I actually know so much about it.
Okay,
Are you gonna pull up a map of Pangea?
Should I put it on this screen or is this screen okay?
Just
That's
wherever.
gonna be good.
Where can you capture it at?
I'm just gonna throw it up.
Oh.
I'm not.
Guys, I found this really cool guy. I think his name's Ryan Hall. He's a meteorologist, but he actually makes it fun to watch on YouTube. So when I start stream, I'm gonna come up with like 20 different segments for my stream, and one of them is going to be like the weather. I'm gonna cover the weather. Wouldn't that be such a cool segment?
Yeah.
Where I cover the weather.
I probably won't watch that one.
Well, it will be like 5 minutes, so you could probably like sit through it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm just letting you sit with that thought.
Some time to reflect
Okay, so guys,
on that one.
when I blow up, I'm not gonna involve them in it at all. I'm gonna let
All right,
them feel
so
stupid.
this is basically 2 maps of the USA. So this top one is missing persons.
And the other one's
cases.
national or federal parks,
Caves.
right?
It's
Yeah.
caves.
Is cave systems.
Oh, yes, cave people
Yes.
are abducting. Yes, absolutely. So over there in California,
Yeah.
there's a mountain in California that they believe. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the lost continent Lemuria. There's a book about them, but pretty much I guess there was this biologist who studied specifically lemurs, and he noticed that there are just missing parts of the world. Like there's randomly lemurs like in Madagascar, and then there's some lemurs in like Africa some places, and then I think there's some lemurs in like Asia in some places. And he's wondering why the heck there's lemurs in some spots and not others.
Okay.
And that's where this continent of Lemuria comes into it. And apparently the lost continent of Lemuria got pushed underground by the tectonic plates shifting during Pangea, and it is now under the mountain in California. There's a cave system down there.
Where the lemurs were born?
Where the lemur people are. And they're like 9 feet tall for some reason.
Oh, they're actually like people.
Yeah, and they come out of the
Area
cave
51
sometimes, I
type beat.
guess. Yeah. But apparently there was a scientist guy who claimed to have found it, and he went to check out the tunnel systems, and he said they were studded in diamonds and gold and all this stuff. And he said he went back to it with he came out and got a team of people, and they went back to it, and then no one ever returned.
The whole team.
Allegedly.
So okay.
Where'd they get the story from?
I got it from Wendigoon.
Dude, things are starting to add up. Like with like that cave in Africa that's supposed to go all the way
There
down
are
to the
too
center.
many caves where people go missing. I think they're all connected.
Oh yeah, look at it.
I won't be the one to go down there because I think caves are stupid.
On the other
couldn't catch me dead in one of those.
on the other podcast, we talked about how that one guy literally just disappeared because he found a mysterious M cave, and
Yeah.
he went in.
Maybe it's just
Wasn't he
really
live
cool
streaming
down
it?
there. Like,
No, he was recording. So basically,
So it was lost footage. How did we find the footage of him looking for it?
he found the cave first. It was like this mysterious M cave, and he went inside it, and he felt his like body
I thought
like
I'd heard-
vibrating.
That he saw it as a kid or went in it as a kid, and then he came back to look for it as an adult.
That might be the case. I'm not sure, but I know he went in there, came out because he was so spooked. But he was like known for exploring caves, so this one that's why it's suspicious because he's a
Gotcha.
cave guy. He knows his caves.
The cave guys always die in a cave.
Yeah. And so basically, he went and grabbed his weapon holster and went back in there with the camera, and supposedly he never came out, and his camera was found next to a mine shaft.
Isn't the theory that like they were testing supersonic weapons or something like?
Yeah, like they just announced that there's a weapon that's for like rioting, and it's supposed to like shock the crowd. And basically, I'm pretty sure like the actual government has weapons like that, but it's like superized and they microwave people.
So that's not new. The concept anyway. Have you ever heard of Havana syndrome?
No.
Pretty much, we keep sending, or used to send diplomats to Cuba, specifically Havana, because that's I think their capital, or Havana, whatever you want to call it. And they would always get like headaches. They would report headaches, and then they'd get like sick. They'd get nauseous.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would like after they'd leave, they'd be fine. But all our diplomats kept going there and getting sick and reporting the same symptoms. And the running theory is that they had some sort of like sonic weapon where they would play like either sounds that are too low to be able to hear or too high to be able to hear, but still affect your brain, I guess.
I could see it.
So, I mean, that, and I think they've been using that for riot control. Maybe not to the same extent that you were just talking about, but I know they had stuff for that.
Yeah, you know the original Hulk movie when he's like on that campus, and there's like that giant machine on top of that car that sends shockwaves.
Mm-hmm.
It looks exactly like that machine.
Wow.
Like from instant inch, exactly like that machine on the same type of Hummer.
I wonder what else they're hiding in plain sight.
I think that they either are getting a lot of motivation from movies, or the movies are just like a.
They're just like, yeah. Just
We can make that.
Have you heard the theories that the government like funds some movies or gives some money to movies or movie studios to like
condition
kind of
us.
desensitize? Yeah, condition us. Like I
They've
want
been
to
doing
say,
that.
yeah, but why? Like
They're prepping us.
you maybe
So we don't
can
freak
look this
out
one
when they,
up, but
when
I'm
they
pretty
drop
sure
that
even
aliens exist.
the movie Paul got funding from the FBI or something.
Yeah, literally, they announced the aliens exist and no one cares. They literally desensitized us.
Yeah, because we already knew. Everybody already knew.
Exactly,
And
they
now it's
set it up like that.
We already knew that.
So we went
Still
freak.
can't pay rent though. So maybe help us out with that. Dude, my hand looks so weird right now.
Yeah, I'll have to do a haircut next video.
Oh yeah, by the way, he's our in-house barber.
Yeah, integrated barber.
Yeah.
That
You
will
can tell
do.
how good of a job he's keeping us.
Yeah, I'm not. Never promised timeliness or. Yeah, pretty much just
To be fair,
timeliness.
I always feel bad asking, so I do it in like a roundabout way that ends up happening like a month later.
I've
Yeah.
gotten the just
I
I'm
haven't
just
gotten paid in years.
Yeah.
I'm just going until Braden goes, "Hey, you want a haircut real quick?"
Well, to be fair, when Braden started cutting my hair, I think he had ambitions of becoming a barber.
That's true.
So I think I've heard the phrase that I would never have to pay for a haircut. I do think I heard that. Let me do
Yeah.
it on you now before I know how, and you'll never have to pay again.
I haven't paid for a single haircut.
Since then, Braden no longer, I think, has any ambitions of being a barber.
Yeah, I don't have the capacity. I don't think. I'm trying to work on focusing on one thing at a
You
time.
can get pretty wealthy being a barber. I know that, but there's still a limit to the scalability of it. You know, like you can only cut so much hair a day.
Well, yeah, but that's when you start like just renting out the chairs and making money off the other barbers.
I guess.
Open up your
I
own
don't know.
shop.
I don't
Yeah.
think I'd ever want to do
Yeah.
something like that.
I mean, it's one of those, like construction is another one where it's like, you get like the skill level to like enter the construction industry or the haircutting industry is pretty low. So like management isn't that difficult. It's like you just show up and do your job.
Yeah.
So you can probably scale it pretty good.
I wouldn't know. Anyway. Just kidding. No, my grind right now that I think I'm gonna go for is for one, I think every single one of us in this house at one point has wanted to do like clothing, so like shirts, hoodies,
Not me.
that kind of thing. Okay, well Shane's missing out.
Not me.
I'll run the merch and I'll just keep all the money for it, I guess.
Speaking of which, merch just dropped. Check it out. Link in the description.
Yeah.
I don't think we have a.
Outdoors gear, I think would be so cool to like. I'd probably start out drop shipping, but as soon as I could get it, what's the word? Privately manufactured. What?
Oh, private label?
Yeah,
White
as
label?
soon as I could privately label it, and like get my my preferences on it, I would want to do that. But like recently, I bought a bunch of fishing tackle, probably like $160 worth. I got a bunch of free stuff. I've talked about it already.
Yeah.
But I've since like looked into how much it would cost to manufacture all that stuff. Some of those like jigs that I bought for like $6-7 on sale for $6 or $7, usually like $10. You can make for like 50 cents. So, you know, I sell them for $2. I'm undercutting the market by like 80%, doing everyone a favor. I'm offering value by, you know, undercutting everybody else, offering the same quality, if not maybe even higher quality than some of the crap I've gotten.
You won't eventually feel like raising the price out of greed.
I don't think so, because if anything, the lower price is going to drive more sales, and ultimately I'd make more money. Because then instead of a guy buying one for $8, he could feel more justified to buy 10 for $2 each. My profit margin may be lower, but ultimately I brought more money, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
So
Let's get
I
Braden's
think
opinion.
that's the play.
Let's get Braden's opinion on this. So we mentioned that we're gonna do a podcast in the woods, right?
Yep.
So, but we also plan on doing. I'm still setting it up. A podcast on a lake.
Okay, so you said you were going to set this up. Let me handle this one.
You want to handle it?
I went fishing at a pond recently. Pond fishing will always be better than lake fishing as far as the fish you, like the amount of fish you
It's
catch.
probably going to be a pond, yeah. But if you can set it up, set it up.
I know a pond that we have permission to fish that
Could you find
I
us?
caught like 10 bass in like 2
Can you
hours.
find us like a 2-person little canoe?
Oh yeah, we could
Do
get
you
a
have
kayak.
permission to podcast on it though?
It's implied.
Oh, That'll hold up in the court of law.
It's implied. If I can fish there, I can podcast there.
Yeah, podcast is in until we both catch a fish.
Yeah. Oh, we'll both catch a fish in like the first.
What was
10
I supposed to
minutes.
offer
That
my
might be
opinion
some-
on?
I think my business model, maybe.
No, it was. What do you think about that podcast idea? He just stole it.
Putting it on the pond.
No, what do you think
Yeah.
of my business model, actually?
Your fishing lure business model?
Yes.
I think, as a general rule, I usually, most things are priced with like a 30-40% profit margin. So like if it's on the market, maybe their ops like are inefficient or something. But if it's on the market for like $8, they're probably only pocketing like.
Okay, but their ploy is to have it on sale for like $10. But like half of the year it'll be on sale for like $5. But then the other half of the year they will just sell it for $10 and it will sell.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe.
And I think fishing lure specifically is one of those markets with outrageous margins.
Margins, yeah.
Because like those soft baits, just like the lure soft baits, they'll sell like a 5-pack of those for like $8. When I know for a fact that like you can make an 8-pack of those for like 50 cents.
It does kind of depend on brand and stuff too. I guess maybe fishing lures are kind of commoditized, so. But I don't know. Like, I haven't really looked into the industries and seen what brands dominate. But
freaking sleeping bags. $200 for a freaking what? -20? No, not negative. Like a 20-degree sleeping bag. 20 Fahrenheit. Crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. High quality, super nice sleeping bag. I don't got that kind of money. What if I want to sleep in 20-degree weather? What am I supposed to do?
I recently
Crazy.
found out that like most fabric these days is just plastic. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Yeah, especially in those sleeping bags that are like highly insulated.
Yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
This is
But
a
it's like
crazy
soft
conspiracy.
plastic.
Crazy conspiracy?
Yeah.
Go,
No, it's
let's
real.
get into it.
Hold a match to it.
No, I'm
It'll,
talking
like,
about you
melt all
guys. You
the way
guys got a
around.
crazy conspiracy going on.
Crazy conspiracy is that microfabrics are leaching into our skin, food, and
That's not a
all
conspiracy.
other things, and making
No,
our
I-
testosterone lower, and that's why everyone sucks these days.
No, I was making a joke because you guys just turned it straight into the business hour.
I haven't even really been starting these.
Welcome to the business hour.
They just happen. You know.
We're just entrepreneurs.
I said motivation, fitness, business,
We're
and then I just let
entrepreneurs.
you
It
guys.
finds
I just
us.
let you guys do the talking, and
See, I don't even
that's where we
want.
ended up.
I don't want to be business geared. Okay, I don't want to talk about business. I don't want my.
This is a
content to be
financial
business.
I do.
podcast.
I want
I
business, money,
My content.
work all the time.
I want my content to be based around outdoors and conspiracies, and my merchandise will follow suit. My brand will follow suit.
Faux show.
You got to be a 9 out of 10 on content first, and then
I'll
once
be a
you're
10 out of 10.
once you're like a well,
I'll do you one better.
once you're a 10 out of 10 in content, you make sure you're like a 2 or 3 out of 10 on shit to sell, because if a lot of people are like 10 out of 10 content with 0 out of 10 shit to sell, and that's why they're not making like
At least a 2.
a bunch of money. Yeah,
What if I'm a 10 on both?
then you're like
Rich. I'm Mr. Beast.
corporation level.
Well, now I'm gonna be a one man. You know.
Yeah, until the money starts talking to you.
Sell out.
Nah, see, I don't.
Sell out. Magnump will be a
Let
sellout.
me. Well,
Speaking of which, we actually
within
have our first ad
reason,
read.
Only if it's things we like. Because here's my thing: is I don't want to say I'm not capable of selling out, but like my needs are very limited. Okay, I don't even want that much money.
No, we will sell out. But tell them now.
My dream house, the house I have seen that I love most, is like currently on the market for $500K. Lot of money, right? But I'm not. I don't need that $100 million contract. Not that anyone's offering it to me, but
I don't need it.
I don't need all that.
I don't even want it.
No,
So,
don't give
I'm
it to
kinda
him.
right
He's,
where-
he's actually allergic
No,
to
seriously?
$100,000.
I'm kinda
Don't
right.
give it to me.
I'm right where I want to
I'll
be.
be so mad.
I don't even want it that bad.
He's got his life set.
Don't
No.
try to tempt me either.
You put pool floaties on this couch and stick it in a lake, and that's where I'll stay.
Dude.
I don't even need no money. That's such a good idea.
Dude.
No, we need to do
A couch boat.
the giant swan floaties. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
I saw one where a guy was fishing out of one of those things, and he hooked a shark, and it drug him like 6 miles off the coast, and a fishing boat like intercepted him. And they were like, "Hey, dude, you need a ride?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm hooked on a shark."
Did he end up getting it?
I think they let him onto the fishing boat, and he reeled it in from there.
I would have shot it
He did not reel it in from
with a gun.
Would you have
I'd be like, hey man, stop pulling me.
would you have mag dumped it?
Yeah, I would have mag dumped it.
He'd have to be up on the surface, or the water tension would stop the bullet.
I'd give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
You could try, yeah.
He would actually go in the water. And then mag dump him.
Submersible.
Yeah.
He'd put it to his dome.
Yeah.
Chrome to the dome.
Yeah.
That'd be... Dude, I want to get into it. That'd be so cool. I lied. I want money, because then you can go like deep sea fishing
See?
and catch like sailfish.
That's how you get 'em.
Sharks.
Everyone has a price.
You go alligator hunting.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, the house I want's like $500K. Like I look at it and I go, I can't imagine wanting more than this.
No.
It's
Yeah.
absurd. It's on like 10 acres. I prefer a little more land than that, but like I could make do with 10 acres for the rest of my life. Put a decent pond on there. Throw up a greenhouse in the back. I'd be fine.